Hey, what is going on, TLC? It's your boy PT coming at you with the word of the week. I know it's been a minute, but we are currently in this amazing series called Drawing Near to God. And the heart of this series is to grow in spiritual maturity as you are practicing being with the Lord. A lot of us, we tend to understand the one arm of spiritual maturity as obedience to the Lord. It's our way of saying, I'm doing these things for the Lord. But if we really want to practice spiritual maturity, if we really want to grow in spiritual maturity, it has to be more than doing things for the Lord. We have to be also be in a place where we are being with the Lord. Because if we have one without the other, it's an imbalance in our spiritual life. So a holistic spiritual maturity requires, on one end, being with the Lord, and then on the other hand, doing for the Lord, right? It's a state of being and doing. So this series that we're in, if you want to check it out, it's in one of the links around here. It's designed to help us to cultivate a current and consistent state of being with the Lord. And there's many things that you can practice and many disciplines that you can engage in to help you cultivate this state of being with the Lord. The one I want to share with you guys today is a discipline called silence and solitude. Silence and solitude, okay? If you cultivate this discipline well, silence and solitude, you're going to find yourself with the ability to, one, becoming extremely close to God, being connected to Him, understanding His heart as you're able to share your heart. Two, you're going to end up knowing yourself very well because you're processing and understanding your identity in the Lord and not by outside means and outside aspects, right? And three, you become someone who can be a blessing and a love to the people and the community around you, so much more, okay? So the discipline of silence and solitude helps us cultivate this state of being with the Lord, right? And there's a lot of different ways in which you can practice silence and solitude, but the one I'm going to help you focus on today is the one that's going to help with your emotional health. Okay, so if you guys out there, you're having a really difficult time kind of dealing with what's going on inside, you can't process it, the discipline of silence and solitude for specifically your emotional health is what we're going to be going over today. All right. So, all right, let's get to it. Okay, silence and solitude for emotional health. What do we got to do? There's a couple of steps. I'll walk you through it. Just hang in there with me, okay? So the first thing you got to do to cultivate silence and solitude, to practice this for the state of being with the Lord and to emotionally become healthy, is first thing you got to do is you got to create a space for silence and solitude. Create a space for silence and solitude. Solitude, it means that it's an intentional withdrawing from social engagement. Find a space where you are withdrawn from any social responsibilities, okay? And silence it means the literal absence of all human-created noise or human-created stimuli, okay? The sound of nature, of water, it can be a part of science because they're not really human-created, okay? Just be away from things that are distracting you from dealing with what's going on in the inside, right? Stay away from things that are distracting from the outside, noise from the outside that's distracting to you. So, create a space. What kind of examples of some of these spaces? Be in your car, right? That's a great, as you take your commute, that's a great place for silence and solitude. Having coffee by yourself in the corner somewhere in your home or in a quiet area, right? Wake up 20 minutes before your family does, or stay up after your family falls asleep, or sometimes even in the shower. These are great spaces for silence and solitude. And you can come up with some of your own too if you like, okay? Okay, so once you have that space down and you have your location, the next part of the practice is you begin with a breathing prayer. A breathing prayer. What does that mean? Close your eyes. Take long, deep, slow breaths. If you want, you can count 4 seconds in, 4 seconds wait, 4 seconds out. Like. And you just keep repeating that in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And as you are breathing, start paying attention to your breathing. Just watch your breath go in and out, okay? In and out. Release the constant chatter in your mind, whatever's in your head. Let that go and just focus on your breathing. Focus on what's coming in and what's coming out. Let each thought go as quickly as they come and just focus on your breathing. So during this time, your brain will start having all these opportunities to start having all these wild thoughts being run wild. Feelings, memories, things to do, distractions, they're all going to start coming at you. That's okay. Don't judge yourself, feel bad, or give up, or worry that you're doing it wrong. Just when you notice these things are happening while you're breathing in and breathing out, right? As you're just focusing on these prayers, just recenter your time with a quick prayer like, Father, here I am. Father, clear my mind. Father, focus on you. Let me be centered on you. And then breathe in and breathe out. In the beginning, just being able to do this for 1 or 2 minutes is a huge win. Okay. And if you can get up to 10 minutes, that is home run. Okay. So once you got your space, begin with breathing prayer. You want to go 1 or 2 minutes. That's a great beginning step. 10 minutes is goals. Okay. After you got that down, you're breathing in now and you're breathing out. What's going to begin happening is you're going to start in your signs and in your solitude. Let yourself feel. This is the third thing. Let yourself feel. What emotions rise to the surface of your heart, big or small? You might feel joy, gratitude, sadness, emptiness, fatigue, worry, guilt, shame, conviction, a number of positive and negative emotions, all going to start coming at you. Okay. Name the good, the bad, and the ugly of your emotional state. As they're coming, as you're kind of thinking about the situation, name them. I'm worried. As you're thinking about, the coming days of work, and you're feeling tired, you can say it, emptiness, fatigue. As you're going to meet with people, you're feeling joy, gratitude. Just name these emotional states as they come. Let yourself feel them. Don't run away from your feeling. In the Father's presence, face each emotion head on. Let yourself feel it deeply. Remember, emotional pain isn't something to be avoided, right? Instead, think of it as a place to meet God, open yourself up to him in new ways, but let yourself feel these things deeply, okay? So after you kind of like really state all these feelings and all these emotional states, the fourth thing you got to do is you ask the Elijah question, okay? The Elijah question is a better way of phrasing it would be something like this. Where are you with yourself at God right now? Is there anything God is trying to say to you through these emotions, right? Is he saying, take off your mask? You're depending on so much on people. Take off the mask of what you do. Take off the mask of what you have. Take off the mask of what people perceive you as. What is it that God is trying to say to you during these emotions? Ask those questions. What are you saying to me, God? Right? Where am I with you at this moment? In this situation, in my tiredness, where am I with you? In my emptiness, in my joy, in my gratitude, where am I? Ask these questions as they're coming up, okay? And as you're just going through that, as you begin to ask those questions, the fifth thing you do, pray. Pray them out. Get it off your chest. Give whatever you are feeling over to God, the good, the bad, and the ugly. No filter. The point here is to be honest. Just lay it all out. Don't say like, oh, I feel a lot of shame, but I know I shouldn't be feeling shame, or I feel a lot of worry. I know I shouldn't be feeling worry. Don't try to buffer it anyway. Just lay it down before God. Just almost like be emotionally vomit before your God. I know that sounds kind of weird and kind of nasty, but just do that. You're praying it out. You're letting God have this. Different emotions call for different kinds of prayer. If you're happy, celebrate, sing, dance, right? If you're grateful, tell God what for with specificity, right? Why are you so grateful? If you're anxious, give your worry over to the Father and ask for his peace in return. If you're sitting in an unanswered question about your life or future, hold that tension before God. Like it's like, I'm just so worried about my future job. I'm not getting the interviews like I wanted. I'm not sure if she likes me or he likes me. I'm not sure where we're going in this relationship. Tell him how it feels not to have an answer, right? Don't force clarity where there is none. Just be patient before God with all that's unsolved in your heart and present it to him. So that's the fifth thing, is to pray. And after you've gotten that out and you kind of just lay it down before him, and this can take a few minutes or take a while, but just being able to throw it out there. Sixth thing is you close in prayer of gratitude and commit everything you're feeling to the Father. And this is how you know you've done it right, is that after you let it all go, it's almost like it's almost cathartic. You're releasing all of these emotions, and you just say, Lord, I'm done. It's like almost having a good cry, right? You're just letting it all go. And if you're doing this well, my thing is if you're practicing this committedly and consistently, after the end of a week or so, journal what's your experience look like. You write it down, because sometimes we have spiritual amnesia. We forget what we experienced, we forget what we've gone through, and so we just kind of like don't connect with being with God. But if you journal the experience, you can go back and realize this is when I was with the Lord. I was actually engaged with him. I was talking to him. I was in the presence with him, right? And after you journal, share with somebody in your community. Okay. The key here is just to keep practicing. Don't think that you're bad and that you should give up. Being with the Lord is so important. So draw near to him and he will draw near to you. So my prayer and my hope is just practice silence and solitude for your emotional health for the next month or so. As we're engaging, almost coming into Easter week, practice this. I promise you, if you do it well, you're going to have a gigantic transformation to your emotional life. All right. I love you guys. You have a great one, and I'll see you next time.
Like what you see? Come check us out on our YouTube channel. We're called to love God, love people, and serve the world. We post regularly every week, Wednesdays and Sundays. 10 a.m. Children's Ministry, 12:30 p.m. for English Ministry. Check out our website at www.wearetruelove.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.